Hi there, I'm Richard McCarthy. Thank you for listening. He's been running across Western Canada, getting closer to home every day. He's Dryden's Ckdr Armstrong. Ckdr has been running a marathon distance almost every day for over 2 months. It's a run with a purpose, both personally and for others. I caught up with Ckdr on the phone on Friday. I was telling you off air that every time I see one of your videos where you're walking, running during your trek across Canada, I watch for 10, 15 seconds and I get tired. How are you not tired yet?
Oh, I'd be lying if I'd tell you I wasn't tired.
Let's start from the beginning and your journey with mental health. You being 24 years old and taking this adventure on, running across Canada. The journey started in Vancouver, but even before Vancouver, your life journey with mental health, if you can share some of that with us.
I've struggled with my mental health my whole life and seen family members struggle. I lost family members to it, and I lost a good buddy 2 years ago to suicide, and it's something that touches really home to me, and I think everyone else, if you haven't struggled with it, you know someone who is or someone who has. So, yeah, that's why I decided to lace up the running shoes and fly out to Vancouver. Just try to make an impact, not only for myself to show, you can overcome hard things and change your mindset, but to inspire people, try to help someone in the same position I was.
You put some thought into this before the journey began in Vancouver. Was it just one of those things where you said, I really want to do something. How about I run across Canada? How did this idea happen? Go ahead.
So I'm not going to lie to you. It was about a spur of the moment decision. I was going through a hard time. I actually attempted suicide a month and a half before I left on this journey. I went out for a run the next day. It was minus 20, good old dry winters. And I just had the thought of, I wanted to do something big and decided on running because last year on this date, I ran a marathon without training. And I remembered just the feeling of accomplishment afterwards. And so I figured, well, if I can do a marathon without training, I can do probably 70 of them,
My gosh. Well, you're over 2 months into this journey that started in Vancouver, and you're over, as of Friday, June the 12th, over $27,500 raised for the CMHA. We'll get to how people can support, how people can donate, but I'm thinking as you're going along, where does your mind go? What do you think about when you're on the road?
Just about everything you could think of. But a lot of the times, my mind's pretty clear while I'm on the road. I have a lot of messages to respond to and people, reaching out and telling their stories and stuff like that. So I'm never really bored on the road or, planning my next stops because doing it without a support van, it's a lot of planning every day. There's a lot of that. And then just working on my own mental health, right? Doing exercises and things like that. I guess I'm always exercising the body, but the mind as well.
Ckdr, you alluded to it, the people that are reaching out to you along your journey across Western Canada. Talk about the kindness of people reaching out to you, the people you've met along the way.
That's been pretty special, to say the least. Kind of restored my faith in humanity and shows how much good there is because there's been so many kind people reaching out, driving my bag from spot to spot or giving me a place to crash or just stopping. People who follow me on social media, just coming up to me and telling me their story or thanking me for trying to make an impact. I've met a lot of genuine humans and I've had a lot of great times along this journey.
And along the journey, as you've already alluded to, you're thinking about your own physical health. And I saw at one point during your journey, you had posted the video and let everybody know that you were having trouble with your Achilles. Everything okay in that way now?
It's an ongoing battle, but luckily there's some good physiotherapists and athletic therapists that I met along the way. And so I reach out to them for help. And really all they say is, well, you got to rest, and I'm not really good at that.
Obviously not. You keep going, a marathon every day, and then some. How many pairs of shoes? Hey, everybody wants to know, how many pairs of shoes has Ckdr Armstrong gone through so far during this journey from Vancouver to Dryden? You're already in Manitoba, we should mention that. But how many pairs of shoes? Have you kept track?
Yeah, well, I send them all home. Yeah, I write from where to where they've made it just for keepsake after, right? This is my fourth pair, and the bottoms are pretty burnt off already.
Oh my gosh. I thought maybe it would be a lot more than that, but wow. And you're keeping them all, and are you going to get them bronzed, or what are you going to do with them?
I definitely got to Febreze them, but
oh my gosh.
I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing with them.
Hey, maybe you can auction them off. You never know. Raise more funds.
No, I don't think anybody wants to buy them.
You know what, Carter? You never know. You just never know.
Amen to that.
Your message is loud and clear, getting to those who want to support and getting to those that maybe are enduring their own struggles with mental health. What do you say to people who are listening, who are struggling out there with their own mental health?
You're never alone. I started this journey and I was doing it solo, and you would be amazed at how many people, whether you know them or not, will be there to lend a helping hand, to lend an ear, just to talk. And I might not know what you're going through, but I know the feeling, and and so there's a lot of people. So the first step is acknowledging it and talking about it, because the more you talk about it, the more I've talked about it on this journey, the easier it's become to me. And that you can do hard things and just day by day, step by step, just like I'm doing. So.
Well, you've become a shining example of what people can do, for sure. Carter, I wanted to ask you about your opinion about mental health services in Northwestern Ontario. Adequate, or is there more to be done? Can it be better?
I think it can always be better. I think the wait times could be better, but that's also, just needing more service workers and stuff like that. And I remember one time I was in the hospital and it took me 3 months to go see a therapist. So I think the wait times could be definitely shortened up and get people the help they need right away. But it's also just building a better community, like a more openness. I think that's everywhere, though. It's slowly getting better, and that's why I'm doing my part to try to make that a more open world, a more kind world.
Now, once you complete the run to Dryden, have you thought about maybe what's going to be next?
Yeah, so originally I was only planning to Dryden, but I've been really wanting to do all of Canada. So I'll stay maybe a week at home and visit family and some stuff I got to do in Dryden first. But if everything lines up, I do need sponsors, because it's quite expensive on the road nowadays. But I would love to do all of Canada, and then figure out after that. Okay. That's a ways away.
So we are going to post online how we can support you through your GoFundMe fundraiser for the CMHA. We'll have that up there. But is there an easy way to find you otherwise, Carter, on social media? Carter, how do we tag along on your journey on social media?
You can find my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all under my name. I got my face up there, a picture of me running.
Wishing you the best and a safe journey the rest of the way to Dryden, and looking forward to having you back home and supporting you how we can, your mental health run across Canada. We've been talking with Dryden's Carter Armstrong, the 24-year-old who began in Vancouver, BC, with his across Canada journey, and headed to Dryden very, very soon. Carter Armstrong, anything else before I let you go and you get back on the road, Carter?
I just want to say thanks for your time, and thanks for all the support. And excited to be back in Dryden and see everyone who's been cheering me along. So, be kind and stay classy.
I reached and had that conversation with Dryden's Carter Armstrong while on his cross-Canada run for mental health this past Friday in Manitoba. He's expected to arrive in Dryden towards the end of June. Support Carter's efforts by visiting his GoFundMe page. You'll find the link on yoursunsetcountry.ca.